Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the 89 Garage. In today's episode, we're going to be diagnosing a no horn issue on this 2007 Toyota Yaris. Okay, so I got my electrical diagram out here, and I'm just going to show you what is going on in this horn circuit. Let me zoom this out a little bit. Okay, so here is basically the touch pad that's on the steering wheel. So when you push the steering wheel, there's a switch in there, and it closes that switch, and the horn honks. This is a switched ground. You can tell by the ground symbol right there. This here that says spiral cable is actually the clock spring. I do believe that this here is how it passes through either a connector or through the firewall. I don't know, but I can tell you we're going all the way to the relay from there. And so this relay is ground triggered. So there is no fuse on the ground at all, and the relay is getting the positive power from this fuse that's in the fuse block underneath the hood, and integrated into that same block at the bottom is the horn relay. They're calling that a junction box or junction block, but this is our junction block engine compartment left, which looking from the front is the right. From there is a wire that goes all the way to the horn. So the horn actually has one wire because the mount of the horn is mounted to the chassis ground, so it only has a need to get positive power to honk. So anyway, I'm going to take you over here and show you where that fuse is at, and it's right here. I do know it's good because I'm going to reach my hand in here and hit the horn. So if this fuse is bad, you will not hear a relay, but I'm going to hit the horn and listen. So I know that is all good to hear. But first, check this fuse if your horn is not working. The next thing we need to do, since we know this is all good, is the horn is mounted to this brace or bracket, I don't know what you want to call it, for the radiator support. To get to the horn, we need to release all of these little Christmas tree clips, and there's one on each side right here that we need to release, and then pull the front bumper. We're just going to kind of let it hang. I'm going to let you guys hang, by the way, and go ahead and get rolling on this. So we got one of two things going on here, and that is either the wiring is bad or the horn is bad. So we'll see. And yeah, there's another one right here on both sides. Now we're just going to just kind of pop that out and just kind of let that sit. All right. Drop this out of here. That's our horn right there. This right here is our wire, the only wire going to this thing. It gets ground from this bolt right here. So we're just going to take this wire out if I can. Sweet. Now we got this unhooked. We're going to hook up a test light to this thing and go hit the horn pad and just see if we're actually getting 12 volts here. If not, I'm going to be doing some rewiring. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and just make sure my test light works. It's been a while since I used this one. My snap-on, I don't know where it's at. Okay, we are working. So I'm just actually going to put this and leave it like that. And then come down here. We're just going to stick a wire straight in this thing instead of cutting things up for right now. If it winds up being the wire, then obviously we're going to be doing something different here, but I'm going to reach my hand in here and we'll see if this lights up when I hit the horn. All right, so our wire is good right there. That's good news, because that means all we got to do here is replace this horn. In anticipation for this being a problem, I actually did order this, let's see, A premium off of the Amazon. It looks like it might just fit. I don't know. We'll see. All right, all we need to do is take out that top bolt right there. That's the only thing holding this thing in. So this is a 12 millimeter. I had this out of here recently for some reason or another, and I don't know if it got banged up somehow or what. She no worky no more. Alright, I'm digging this A premium out of the box right now. This is very nicely packaged, actually. Kind of cool. It comes with these two wires to hook up to the horn itself here. I believe we're only going to be using one today, because it looks like that clip that is existing will just slide right onto this, and I'm going to roll without if it'll work, because I'm all about easy. So like I said earlier in the video, we're getting ground from right here, so hook this up and allow this to be your ground, and this wire right here, and this bolt will become the ground instead of wiring it all the way up to somewhere else. Just use this. I'll tighten this guy here. Apparently I got an entirely too long of a ratchet here. Okay. And then, well, crap, maybe I'm gonna have to slide this over this way, or cut this out of the harness a little bit. I don't know, let's see. We'll slide this on here for right now and just make sure our horn works, and then we'll worry about logistics. So you guys hang tight right there and listen up. Beautiful. So rather than messing with wires, I think instead I'm going to see if I can angle this thing a little bit this other way. I don't know, maybe not. Can't flip it because it'll run into the AC there. I don't know, I'm kind of sort of fine with that. Yeah. See ya. All right, we got it a little bit closer. Maybe we just turn this like this just a skosh. All right, so I kind of turned and tweaked this a little bit. There is a bolt on the back side of here that, let me see if I can get in there and show it to you. You can kind of spin it on there a little bit. As long as the horn part is not sticking straight up, you're going to be just fine. You just don't want water and stuff resting in there when it rains or whatever, and that's not going to happen the way we've got that right now. So we've got our ground here, power here, just exactly how it was from the factory, slides right on there like nothing. It's not locked on there, but that's fine. We have a horn, and now I can get mad at people again. I figured I'd also show that the horn also came with these accessories. Obviously we used one of these, and then there's these two here to hook it up to whatever else you may need to hook it up to. And I do believe that these are also the shrink type, so you can crimp and then shrink those down with a heat gun or a lighter, whatever. We did get this thing put all back together and it's ready to roll. The original horn only lasted 274,000 miles, but who's counting? All right, one last clip before we take off. I just want to show you what it sounds like from inside the car. A little bit deeper than the original. Man, my hair looks good. See you guys.